What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you episode number 23 of our fairy tale reviews. And in this episode, you guys, we get a new character introduced to us. We get the final member of the Element 4, and we get some other funky stuff in there in today's episode. But if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to destroy that like button down below. Be sure to subscribe. Share it to everybody you know would like this type of review, because like I say in every episode, this is not like an ordinary review. It's more like a recap, like a highlight video, I guess, and like a step-by-step of what happens in the anime, pretty much. So if you enjoy all that, be sure to do all that good stuff. I really appreciate it every time you guys do. And with all that said and done, also, again, I always forget, like legit, I forget all the dang time. But be sure to follow me on Twitter and answer the question of the day, both which will be in the description down below. And now that is all I have to say for this intro. So, let's get this mother underway. So we start this episode off in the East Forest, and inside of the East Forest is like a treehouse, and inside of the treehouse is Al, I know that's not Alzak, I think that's his name, Alzak, the cowboy guy, and Biska, along with Makarov, who is in bed, you know, resting, and a lady by the name of Poorly Yusika. And Poorly Yusika is, first of all, a really hard name to spell, a pretty difficult name to say, so we're just gonna call her P. Okay, so P is Poorly Yusika. So P is old lady. She looks like some dragon lady or whatever, and she is like one of the best in like ailments, you know, like healing people. She's really good at it. But the reason why she's in a treehouse in the middle of the East Forest is because she despises people. And since she despises people, I don't know why she's helping Makarov. Maybe they know each other back in the day, I don't know. But she keeps yelling at Al or Alzak and Biska, like, what are you guys still doing here? Get out of my face. And she's like looking at Makarov. She smacks Makarov right in the face, and he's still like super sick. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Why are you smacking him? I don't think that's how to, you know, help Makarov. And she's saying, go on, get out of here, guys. I don't want you in my presence. You guys stink. I hate you guys. Get out. And so Biska and Al leave, and she's just left with Makarov. And like, turning the tides here, this could very well be Makarov's deathbed, because I don't know, this Makarov could die at this point, but I don't know. Hopefully he stays alive, because I like Makarov. He's a pervy old man just like every other old man in animes. I really hope he stays alive though. So we move on from P's treehouse into the Fairy Tale Guild, like in the basement, and people are trying to heal and trying to recuperate of what just happened, or from what just happened, and everybody's just, you know, kind of in a bit of a controlled chaos kind of a situation. People are like devising plans, other people are just like thinking, wow, I can't believe this is all happening. And Lucy's, you know, crying, saying how it's all her fault, and Natsu gives like this heartfelt speech to Lucy, saying, hey, you ran away for a reason, didn't you? I mean, there's no running away. You're staying here with Fairy Tale. And, I mean, congrats to Natsu for giving a heartfelt speech to her. And Loki, for some reason, Loki is just looking at her. I don't know if he's part of Phantom Lord, if he's got like a what's that word? Like if he's two-faced or something. I don't know. He's just looking very suspiciously at Lucy. I don't know. I got some bad vibes about him right now. But that's Loki. I don't know. Loki is kind of odd anyways. So Kana now is, you know, using her cards to try and find where Mystigan could be, but she cannot find Mystigan. And Mira is on like one of those communication lacrimas, which is like pretty much like a crystal ball, and she's talking to my boy Loxus, and she's practically begging for Loxus to come here and to help with the guild. And Loxus does not want to help, because he says, I mean, it doesn't involve me, it's not my fault. And this is why Loxus is the man. He said the only way he will help is if pretty much he gets some of Lucy's poo-tang, and if Lucy becomes this woman, then he'll come and help. And Kana gets super mad. I'm like, yeah, that's my boy Loxus. Loxus is a player, but Loxus just doesn't want to. And Mira like smashes the Lacrima, and she says that she's gonna help. And Kana's saying, no, 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 no. I know you used to be an S-class wizard. Pause. Mira used to be an S-class wizard. Little sweetheart Mira used to be an S-class wizard. That is ridiculous. I don't know what she used to do. Like, I'm pretty sure she does like the same kind of magic Elfman does. But I don't know. I don't know what makes her an S-class and Elfman not an S-class. But I don't know. But she figures like she can help other ways if she can't help on the battlefield. So as this is all going on within the basement, they hear rumbling, and then they go outside, and the Phantom Lord Guild Hall is attacking them. And yes, I said the Phantom Lord Guild Hall is attacking them because this, like, the giant guild hall on legs, you know, stomping towards Fairy Tail. And I'm like, what? And it just like plops itself down. A giant cannon pops out from it, and it starts like charging up this magical beam. And Urza's like, oh no, this is not good. And Urza was taking a nice calm bath too, so she was out in her bath like towel, and she re-equipped into a new armor, which is one of my top 3 favorite armors, which is the adamantine armor. And the adamantine armor is like a giant shield pretty much. And so this thing blasts Urza, you know, shields with the adamantine armor, and this thing, Urza actually, you know, stops it. But Urza pays the price of getting really, really hurt because this blast was just so strong from this cannon, and she just got completely wrecked. So she managed to buy her, you know, her guildmate some time. So Jose, the guildmaster for Phantom Lord, is actually pretty surprised, and he's just demanding for Lucy to come over. And Fairy Tail's like, no, 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 no. We're not giving up Lucy. We'd rather die than give her up to you. And Lucy's just in the background crying her eyes out. And Mira takes Lucy to go to Ritas for whatever. And I'll get to that in a few minutes. Or a few, you know, in a few. But the Phantom Lord Guild, like, Jose sends out these ghouls or ghost-looking things. And they go attack the Fairy Tail guilds that are, you know, still up, still fighting. And they bring Urza back into the Fairy Tail Guild to, you know, rest her up because she just got blasted from a giant cannon. Okay? So, I mean, she deserves the rest that she can get. And all at the same time, the blast has to take 15 minutes. So they have to wait 15 minutes for this other blast to come and shoot out of the cannon. And it's called Jupiter. So they have to wait 15 minutes for Jupiter to shoot out. And I am all over the place. I just noticed I am ridiculously all over the place in today's episode. But that's just how today's episode was. It was all over the place. And so they pretty much have to wait 15 minutes until the imminent doom. And so Natsu, Elfman, and Gray head towards the guild hall to try and, you know, stop it. Try and stop the cannon from firing. And all at the same time, Mira is telling Lucy, hey, you have to get to our hideout. And then Mira, like, shoots Lucy with some, like, sleeping gas. And she tells Ritas to go and, you know, take Lucy to the hideout. And he takes Lucy to the hideout. And Mira turns into Lucy. So she's kind of like a decoy, like a fake Lucy. And so I don't know what's going to happen with that. So now we get to the cannon, and Natsu's trying to destroy this thing, but he just cannot. This thing is just indestructible. So he's saying maybe we can destroy it from the inside. So he goes inside of the cannon, you know, runs through, and he comes into this big giant room, and this big, big giant ball, which is also a lacrima, and there's like 4 other lacrimas around it, and I guess the 4 lacrimas around it concentrate the energy into that one big one, and then it shoots. But anyways, he says, okay, we have to destroy this thing. So he goes up to punch it, and he like punches himself, and he's like, what the heck? And Happy's like, Natsu, why are you hitting yourself? There's no time to be joking around. And then they see a guy, and this guy introduces himself as Totamaru, and he is the 4th member of the Element 4 of Phantom Lord, and he controls any and all fire. whether it's natural fire or whether it's magic fire. So that's going to be pretty tough. I don't know how Nasu's going to overcome that because he is the fire dragon slayer, and this guy can control all types of fire. So I don't know. I know Nasu's going to pull through somehow, but I just honestly don't see how he can at this point. And he's got about roughly 5 minutes left until this thing starts up, and it's actually starting up. All the balls, all the lacrimas are, you know, lighting up. They're starting to blast, pretty much. They're starting up the blast, and so he's got 5 minutes to beat Totemaru, who controls fire, any and all types of fire, and destroy that big giant lacrima, which is getting fueled with energy with every single waking second. And that is the end of the episode of Fairy Tail. Alrighty guys, you already know I don't like to end off these episodes without a question of the day, so today's question for the day is, we finally got introduced to all of the Elemental 4. We got introduced to Arya, Juvia, Sol, and Totemaru. I can't do a 4 like that. So all 4 of the members are finally unlocked. So, of the 4, which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite of the 4? Now, mine personally, my favorite is probably Totemaru because he's the least weirdo. He's the, what's it called? He's less of a weirdo than everybody else. Like, Juvia's super bland and monotone. Sol is just annoying. I hate him. Arya cries too much for everything. I don't know. And my least favorite is Sol because he's very annoying. Not that I don't like his accent. I just don't like him, honestly. Like, just the way he is. I don't know. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't really like him. So, let me know down in the comment section. I just cannot talk. I cannot talk at all, guys. So, let me know down in the comment section below who your favorite Elemental 4... it just gets me confused. Who your favorite Element 4 wizard is and who your least favorite Element 4 wizard is. Now, that does it for today's episode. I apologize for being all over the place and rambling and stuttering over myself or tripping over myself like that, like I just did. It's just, I do these things like on the fly, and it's kind of difficult. So I'll try and figure out a way to like manage that and how to cope with that, I guess. So that about does it for today's episode. So as always, guys, keep it cool.